into the barn, just a reminder, crossbred milk weight cards. We got 8 a.m. this morning. We got that 10 crossbred milk weight cards. We got 8 a.m. also. Crossbred milk weight cards due about 10 a.m.
My name is Hannah Seymour, and I'm from Visalia, California, and at the 2019 Arizona Nationals, I was the champion senior golfer. I am currently a senior at Kansas State University here in Manhattan, Kansas, in the animal science and industry, and then I also have the... Oh, it works. Okay, sorry. My name is Hannah Seymour, and I'm from Visalia, California, and at the 2019 Arizona Nationals, I was the champion senior hog showman. I am currently a senior at Kansas State University here in Manhattan, Kansas, in the animal science and industry, and then I also have the business option. So I've been involved in the meats judging team here at Kansas State, and then I've also had the opportunity to be on the National Junior Swine Association Junior Board of Directors, and just completed my term with them back in July. I started showing in about the 4th grade through 4-H, the local 4-H program. From there, it just kind of took off. I've only ever showed pigs. I always wanted to venture out, but pigs is where my passion really started for the livestock industry. So I've shown at Arizona Nationals for 3 years. I went my senior year of high school and then kind of took a year off, and then have shown the past 2 years. Every year I've gone, I'm thankful that I've done extremely well, and it's one of my favorite shows to go to each year. For me, Arizona Nationals is really a family experience. My family has been able to go with me every single year, and so really just having them all around and just supporting me and being there for me and helping me support my passion is what I really enjoy, and it's just a really family atmosphere. For me, showmanship is a huge deal and a huge part of raising animals, just because it really showcases your hard work and your knowledge of your project. For the first couple of years that we got started, we maybe didn't have the best of hogs, the nicest hogs that were supreme or even division champion or even top of their class. And so showmanship is really where I kind of found my true passion for showing livestock, because I was able to, it was all dependent on me. It wasn't dependent on how the animal looked, it was how I performed and how much work I put in. If I were to give advice to the younger kids starting to start out in showmanship, I'd really just tell them it's a lot about what you do behind the scenes at home. I feel like my 2 biggest accomplishments in the stock show industry have both been either my win at the Arizona Nationals in showmanship or my showmanship win at the American Royal in 2018. Those are just 2 big things that I hold close to me, because it just really showcases that my hard work goes beyond just, the county fair or the local shows in California, but it's really on a national level, and that I can go anywhere in the country and be competitive. The best piece of advice I've ever received is the quote that we all also have hanging up in our barn, is the differences in the details. It's just a daily reminder that we need to focus on the little things to accomplish the big picture items, and so just the little details is what kind of gets us to what we want to do and the goals we want to achieve in the long run.
And then you'll have the PowerPoint? Yeah. Let me just download this.
God, we thank you for the day. We thank you for your travel safety for reaching the one of close to age of this show. God, we thank you for the smooth weather that you brought Arizona today. God, we thank you in advance for the success we have of driving the week today. But God, we know that this is life there is some that do that every night. So we ask that you get those that can, and next to those graciousness, and those that lose a sense of accomplishment that comes from hard work and preparation. God, we thank you in advance for the success of this show, for all the hard work that's gone behind the scenes. We thank you for the staff here, the volunteers. God, we thank you for all the parents who invested so much time and effort and energy in helping their children get to this day. We thank you for your son Jesus, for his Jesus, and his name is praised. Amen. Now it's our pleasure to have Mary Ann from Silver, Arizona, sing our national anthem.
Yeah. Actually, I just have some basic ones. Yeah, of course. It's not letting you edit. No, it won't let you edit.
We got class 1 juniors in the ring at this time. Class 2 juniors, this was called. Class 2 juniors, I want to get up there to all, but we all need to restore. 3 junior juniors, this call.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously we'll grab the left one. Hey Artie, how did that work?
So it's visitors working to our best today to keep you informed of what classes are coming into the ring and when it's going to be your turn to go. But ultimately, that's your responsibility as well. So we will encourage you to pay attention to what's happening in the show. What class is currently in the ring to do awareness to be and ready to head this way. Take care of it. You all over to take the get to a show of this factor. This is class that we're going to call. And class 1 on the way.
Help Dinah with the scoreboard back there? Yeah, I mean, any of Barney? Let me get. That's fine. Okay.
So I have the HDMI cord in.
And you plugged into the
So, yeah, down here.
Folks, I wanted to take just a minute to introduce you to our judge for the Showmanship show today. His name is Kane Austin. Kane and his lovely wife Ashley live in Inman, Kansas. We can't prove this, but it's been rumored that Kane has brought the colder weather from Kansas with him this morning. We're appreciative of that, I believe. Kane spent his college years at Lincoln Land Community College in Springfield, Illinois. Went on to Kansas State and got his bachelor's there in Manhattan. And then went to the University of Kentucky, where he got his master's degree. He was a teaching assistant there and a livestock judging coach. Today, Kane lives in Inman, Kansas, as we said. He works at Hutchinson Community College as an ag instructor and the livestock judging coach. Will you join me this morning in giving our judge, Kane Austin, a warm welcome?
You can see what's happening on that screen. Let me scroll through all those pictures of y'all. Oh my God, I didn't know this was going to get done. Like, who do they have running this place? You. Oh, y'all do a good job. Very appreciative of what you do. Yeah. On you interns, that always leads to something else. That's the goal, right? I help run. My daughter worked from Oklahoma. She had tagged somebody or shared some girl from Oklahoma. I don't know. Some blonde girl.
This looks very important. Yeah, I know.
Of course, my daughter. It's just how we roll. We're from Northeast Oklahoma. Okay.
Okay.
What's that?
You want it? Yeah, we're gonna Yes, ma'am. Mississippi is the master of the screen.
It took us 17 and a half.
Well, good morning. Certainly a pleasure to be here in Phoenix at the Arizona National and Sorting Showmanship, and I'm excited because this, I guess, was a call that's been 2 years in the making now. It was supposed to come last December, and then obviously the things the way they are in the world, this show didn't happen. But kudos to the folks that put this show on, that are making this deal run. We're back. We're here. Your kids have opportunities. So let's start the morning with a big round of applause for these folks for making this deal go. And I guess I've talked to some of the folks that have sorted Showmanship here in recent years and knew it was going to be good, but if this first class of junior Showmanship is any indication of what's still to come, I've got my work cut out for me, and I guess that's why they're paying me the big bucks. But it's always fun to see young people hit that gate with passion, and a ring this size, plenty big enough, but with this many young people that are very, very good, you get about 3 seconds coming through that gate. And I'm big on first impressions. Felt like the four that we pulled back over here came out, and really it was game on from the time they entered the ring. Want to just give an honorable mention, I guess, to a couple of them because they do a phenomenal job. Just a couple little things that ultimately kept them from getting a pin. Had a young man right here that coming out of the gate was right there with them. Love his eye contact, his intensity. He can really get that gilt motor in and gives me the look of a showman, somebody that I want to give a pin to. That gilt will get a little more stop and go, a little more inconsistent maybe in terms of pace, and it's tough with a lot of exhibitors and pigs out here. He does a phenomenal job. Don't hang your head, young man. Thought you were right there in the mix. Had a young lady over here on the far side with the little gilt there. Thought she did a phenomenal job the first half of the drive here. That gilt just wanted to play out and get a little more quick paced on her, and because of that, maybe didn't get quite as good a look the longer we go. Again, a great group to work through. Put your hands together for all of them as they head on back to the barn. Very, very fun way to start the morning.
Livestock 17.
It's up now.
It's up now? Okay.
On that TV, there's a picture of Cowboys.
Okay.
So that must be you guys.
Yeah.
Your wrist is up to the hole. Okay. Slide, I'll walk back.
again, an exceptional group, I guess. And one thing about me and Showmanship is I'm going to try and give you a look, regardless of whether it's coming out. I'm big on first impressions, but kids, as I start pinning people off, I guess just word to the wise here, keep working, because I judged North American Showmanship 2 years ago, and my champion in a division, I pinned about 6th or 7th out of a particular heat because they just kept working and working and working and finding those open areas, and just kept getting stronger and stronger. And you know, you can tell sometimes these kids come out here, they got passion on their face, and they're kind of amped up. You start to pin 1 or 2 of them off, they get a little nervous, and they start to make a few more mistakes. That's all part of it. But just keep working. I'll find you if you just keep working. And there are some that I want to just commend, because they do a phenomenal job. Just a couple things that didn't go quite their way. Had a young man with a nice red barra here that came out of the gate and does a phenomenal job in terms of giving me a profile of that hog and giving me some eye contact. The longer we go, maybe one that got a little tight, made a few more mistakes. Young lady over here that drives a predominantly white hog, she is intense, and I love the fact that she gets down, gets after it, gives me some different views. Maybe with that, we get a little unaware at times of where some others are and gets hung up in some traffic, but that's getting critical of a very intense showman that does a nice job. Had a young lady with a big cross gilt there with the bow in her hair, another one that gives me more views than just a side profile, gives me a chest view, gives me a rear view. I appreciate those things. Probably just because of that gilt's pace and being just a touch slower, we don't get to those open spots quite as quickly as some others that we got pinned off. Really, again, a phenomenal group of kids. Hate to send so many of them that are good back, but that's what makes a very deep and competitive showmanship competition. Put your hands together for them if you would. Excellent group to work through.
Last 3 junior showmen. Last 3 junior showmen. You have to play. Last 3 junior showmen.
Is this what's on there? It's right here?
It says on the ring? Yes, it is. Microphones are working. That's working. Okay,
I forget she's closer to Jackson's age.
Well, folks, it certainly is good to see everybody here, and the barn's full and the bleachers full this morning, and we're glad you could see this show live today. But we know many of your friends and family may not have had that option, couldn't make it for whatever reason. So I just wanted to let you guys know, they too can watch this show live. If they go to the Arizona National Livestock Show Facebook page, the show is being broadcast live as we speak. Let your friends and family know so they can join in and watch the show. The Showmanship show is being broadcast live as we speak, and all of the shows throughout the next few days will be broadcast there on the Arizona National Livestock Show Facebook page.
Again, a really good group, and there's probably 3 or 4 more that I could pull back real easy if we weren't a little tight on just numbers and where we need to be at for this final drive. Again, the 3 that we pulled back came out, hit me probably with the hardest initial impressions. There's a few more. This young man in the vest with kind of a chromed up barrel does a phenomenal job in terms of eye contact. Just unfortunately for him, that barrel's a little more stop and go. Because of that, we get lost in the shuffle. Don't get quite as a good look at him consistently throughout the drive. Had a young lady there with a little belted hog and kind of a pink shirt. When I find her, she's doing a phenomenal job. It just takes me a little bit longer for her to come back into my line of view. I think that, in terms of using more of the ring, I appreciate that. At the same time, probably need to find those spots just a little bit quicker today to go ahead and grab a spot here in the finals in just a little bit. Had a young lady over here in a kind of a blazer with the blue barrel. Does a great job with eye contact and intensity. Another one that whenever that gilt gets to go in, maybe wants to throw her head up a little higher because of that. A little more stop and go, not quite as consistent of a pass as we go across the ring. Young lady over there in kind of a multicolored shirt with a blue hog. It does a good job in terms of getting that barrel going. At times, again, that barrel wants to fight her a little bit. We get to the outside rail, don't look quite as smooth. It's just little things. These kids do a phenomenal job, and certainly put somebody else out here, could shuffle them up and get you a completely different group to pull out of. Let's put our hands together for them as they head back. Really, really fun group to sort here in class number 3.
Junior Showmanship. Class 4, Junior Showmanship. You start bringing the play. Class 4, bring the play.
Warm enough? You want me to bring you my coat? We're going to go get him ready. He's intermediate 3. Of intermediate, yeah. Junior. Yeah. So that's Juthu. You've seen him. He did our county fair last year. And he did another show, Hillsborough show.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll be all right.
I'll check when you get.
Yeah.